So let's talk punch cards. I saw this letter from a DoorDash driver out in Chicago. So evidently there is a McDonald's in the Chicago area that started this punch card idea for DoorDash drivers. Basically what happens is you pick up and deliver 5 orders for this particular McDonald's and they give you a free sandwich. So this is the first time that I've heard about this, a punch card system with basically vendors giving rewards to Dashers for delivering their food. So this letter left me with a lot of questions. I mean, I guess it's great that this McDonald's did this, and I guess they're gonna be rolling this out nationwide, which is, I guess, a good perk for DoorDash drivers. Would you as a driver be more apt to go pick up this McDonald's order knowing that you're like 1 or 2 punches away from a free sandwich? Is that gonna be another deciding factor on an order that's on the fence? So, as a DoorDash driver, I haven't experienced this myself, but I'm wondering, are there people out there that are getting perks from restaurants for doing their deliveries for them? I'm wondering if this is a way of restaurants and fast food places to get their food delivered on those low tip orders, if this is another incentive to pick up those no tip orders. We are seeing some bonuses come through, like if you do 6 deliveries before a certain time, you'll get an extra $9 or $10, which is great, and that is kind of an incentive for you to take more orders, but I'm wondering if the added benefit of something like this, or in combination with those other things, if that might kind of make things, I guess, incentivize better or more for you to pick up from those places that have kind of low tipping orders. Let's talk DoorDash market share. So if you're a DoorDash driver, you may not know this, but DoorDash is growing. They're gobbling up other delivery companies. So I'm just gonna read to you the article that I found verbatim, and then I'll talk about it after, okay? Glasses, sorry. So it basically says the US food delivery company DoorDash considered a takeover bid of London-based Deliveroo over the summer. Now, the biggest meal service molded bid further its plan to expand into Europe. So DoorDash wants to expand into Europe, and they don't quite know how they're gonna do that without Deliveroo. Well, it turns out they instead bought a company called Wolt. Wolt is basically a rapidly expanding, very popular startup in Europe. So they bought Wolt for $8 billion. And Wolt also became very wildly popular over the pandemic. So DoorDash is trying to expand rapidly and become basically the food delivery king of the world. So they're expanding as fast as they can. Basically, they are following Uber's roadmap. So Uber did the same thing. They tried to expand as rapidly as possible and grab that market share. That's what DoorDash is doing now. I wanted to bring up market share and what DoorDash is doing specifically because of my next little piece to my podcast, and that is a brand new delivery service. It's pretty new, it's starting to come out, and it's starting to roll out across the country. If you're a DoorDash driver like me, I have a huge delivery box, and so it enabled me to enroll in DoorDash's catering program. If you're a DoorDasher and you have a delivery box already, you should enroll in DoorDash's catering program. So being part of the catering program can really kind of offset your day. If you're having kind of a crappy day or an okay day, if you get 1 or 2 catering orders, that actually makes the difference between having an eh day and having a great day. If you deliver to 1 doctor's office with 10 lunches, the tip might be $30 or $40, and that can put you over the edge for the day. So just the tip, if you're a DoorDash driver, sign up for the catering program. So this new company is called Delivered. They're a catering company. So I guess I alluded to that earlier when we were talking about catering. So if you're already catering, Delivered is actually a catering app. And what they do is they cater to ghost kitchens, they cater to small restaurants. If you have signed up and you are driving for Delivered, I'm curious to know, how are you doing? What's the pay like? Would you recommend this to other gig workers? So I wanted to respond to just a couple of comments on last week's podcast and kind of give you a synopsis of my opinion on these things. So I'm just gonna read them verbatim so this way I don't mess up. So Trace Tidwell, USMC. People choose to work for a company who doesn't pay them as they should. Is DoorDash who's taking advantage of drivers and the customers? I think you're absolutely right. I think DoorDash should be more of a bottom-up company. It's a service industry. It should be paying its warriors on the ground more than they are. This is from H1KO393. Nah, no tip. Tipping culture is out of control and don't feed the system that promotes underpaying workers in the first place. It should be the employer's job to give a livable wage. I couldn't agree with you more. Gig companies now are built basically where the bottom people on the ground get paid the least and the people at the top get paid the most. They are made that way. I got a ton of feedback last week. I answered as much as I could. I'll continue to answer your comments. I will always try and comment back to you. So if you have any thoughts, please comment below. Thank you for watching my podcast, and I'll talk to you next week.